Hi, I'm Rick Grant, one of the facilitators for the Madison Indie Filmmakers Meetup Group here in Madison, and I'm happy to have with me Nella Citino. She's a board member for Film Wisconsin. Nella, thanks for being with me this morning.
Thank you, Rick.
So I understand you've got a big event coming up. What is it called?
Right. So on March 18th, we have a Film Wisconsin Bootcamp for location scouting.
Awesome.
And this seminar is an all-day seminar taking place in Cambridge, Wisconsin. And the idea is to train up people who are interested in doing location scouting. Producers from the coast are very demanding. They're very specific. If you present a location that has problems with audio, you're going to get called out on it. So it has to be, and not only that, when you start looking at the various types of location scouting, there's something called the tech scouting, where people come in and they try to figure out where are the lights going, where is the crew going, where's the truck going, for God's sakes. This is the type of stuff that as a location manager or a location scout, you have to know. The reason why we're doing this is that every small town, as you know, around here has special places that they would like to show off. So we've been working with the Cambridge Chamber of Commerce to find special places that our students can go to and learn about how to scout that particular location. At times, it feels like it's going on the back burner. We'll find a location. We'll find it. And it's like you get out there and you're like, oh, this is not going to work, people. Oh, goodness. And it takes, it's that pre-production development. It takes time, It takes a lot of time to do that kind of stuff. And people don't realize that. But the people that we have to come in to talk are incredible at this. They are awesome at this, and they have extremely high energy levels, and they're a lot of fun. So, and Nick is a local guy. He grew up in Wisconsin, so I'm happy that we're able to have him teach this class. I think that when we start looking at film and film in this state, this beautiful state, we really need to start showing off some of these local towns. They do have an immense amount to offer, and as you know, these are some of the nicest people in the world, and they're so easy to work with.
Absolutely. All right, my second question now, I want to ask you, what's involved in this program? How will the day go, and what do people need to know about it? So tell us about that.
Our first speaker is Nick Langhoff. He has 10 years in New York, 10 years, maybe even more in New York. He's a production manager. He is what I consider a high-end film person out of Milwaukee. He knows what he's doing. He does it on a continuous basis. And as you know, that's kind of a challenge in Wisconsin. He's going to do a presentation. He's going to tell us how to look at locations, what to look for. Then we are going to send out the participants into the community to find what they can find. And then they'll have to be prepared weather-wise. They should also bring a camera, but camera phones are fine as well. And they also have to bring a very inquisitive mind, because as you know, when you start talking to people and start trying to figure out, is this a good place to shoot? You need to ask a lot of questions. So that's how the day is going to go. Then all the participants will come back. They'll show off what they have, and then as we go through this, we'll discuss, is this appropriate place? How can you approach this so to make yourself, your skill set just a little bit better? Another part of this is not only people learning how to location scout, but how people can show off their places in order to attract the film industry. I think that that's also an important aspect. So at the end of the day, however, we'll bring it all together and we'll talk about how to manage the location while you're on site, because as you know, that's a completely different approach as well. And then after all said and done, we'll go across the street, have a couple of beers, and network a little bit, because as you know, the networking aspect is very, very important around here.
Nella, what a fantastic program. Now, how do people get involved with this?
We are listed on Eventbrite. And if you do a nice little search, Film Wisconsin, Bootcamp, location scouting, film bootcamp, whatever, you'll find it. And you can sign up. It is $89 for the day. That includes breakfast, that includes lunch, and that includes the networking opportunity afterwards.
Right. Well, that's kind of an investment in their career, though, right? Because
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. If you want to do this professionally, yes. And the interesting part is that Wisconsin needs location managers. As we get phone calls in from outside sources, it could be Hollywood, it could be New York, it could be Chicago. The biggest request is obviously production assistants. The second biggest request is location managers. They need people to go out there, take a look around, and see what they can find.
This is fantastic. Nella Citino, she's on the board for Film Wisconsin. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Rick.